You remember when people used to make fun and they're like, well, excuse me for breathing. You remember when people used to say that? And that used to be funny, wasn't it? Well, excuse me. Someone used to say, oh, well, just sue me for breathing, why don't you? Well, that's where we are in America. We had the police called on us because we believe in the right to breathe. That's right. So we're now driving 8 hours back home, and we can't enjoy our little mini vacation with family. We were kicked out of a hotel because we had the audacity to believe that we had a religious exemption in America, and that the 1964 civil rights, you're right, you're supposed to have rights, that we had the audacity to believe that we had rights. And the police were called on us, and this video will be rather revealing, at least I hope, and show you what country we're really in. And I don't know what else to call it but a catch-22. The Bible says the love of money is the root of all evil, and we have seen that today. This whole COVID thing is about money. The people who are behind it, it's about them making money on vaccines. The people doing the mandate of the masks, it's all about them putting a fine on you so they can get money. And the people who do the fine are affecting the businesses, and the businesses are afraid of being fined, basically. And so they're taking it out on the customer, you and me. So this video, I hope, will explain that well. And then let's figure out how to fix this. The best way to fix it is from the top down. Trump, where are you? You want my vote, buddy? Then make it free again, where I can be free to walk around and breathe without an obstruction on my face. Okay? So I hope you all enjoy this video. I hope you spread this video, because this was quite an eye-opener of what we really already knew, but it will hopefully be an eye-opener for you. I really believe God let us go through this just so you can see what's happening in America when you stand up for your rights. And that's what we should do. America is supposed to be the land of the free and the home of the brave, and we do have rights, God-given rights. Today our rights were trampled upon. And today we were kicked out of an establishment, and the cops were called on us because we believed we had the right to be able to breathe freely. Okay? Enjoy this video.
I can't deviate from hotel policy.
So you're kicking us out of your hotel when I showed you the law that you cannot discriminate against us, but you're discriminating against us. That's what you're telling me.
You're going to have to ask you to leave. That's it.
You're asking us to leave,
yes.
But you're discriminating against us, against the law that I just showed you.
I have Pasco County coming, so you can
all right, well, let's talk to them then.
You can talk to them. I know the policy.
I will, but this is ridiculous.
One other question. I thought a couple of days ago, Governor DeSantis overruled all the county mandates.
That's still hotel policy. County is out the door. Hotel policy is inside here. Different.
Because of your hotel policy.
Yeah, my hotel policy. Hyatt corporate policy.
Right, and so the law doesn't apply to you, is what you're saying. I showed you the 1964 Civil Rights Law, and that doesn't apply to you. You can discriminate against us, is what you're telling me.
No, but we have a right to enforce policy.
You have your rights. We don't have any rights. That's what you're telling me.
We have a hotel right.
Even though we have the Civil Rights Act of 1964.
Okay, I'm not going to go through this with you.
But I'm just saying, you just told me we have no rights.
Discriminate against my religion, right? That's what you're telling me.
That's all
according
right, I
to
got
the law,
Pasco
you
Grumman,
can't
so don't
discriminate
worry about
against me.
May
Explain it to
I know you'll.
Pasco.
I know you answer this question.
Yes.
May I have corporate's phone number, please?
May we call corporate and take it up with them?
We'll
May-
call my
may-
GM also.
And if corporate told you you have to let us in, would you obey and do what they say? Because they're the policy maker.
That's up to my GM. I'll give him a call.
I
But
know you've
I'm
been
gonna wait
kind
for
enough
Pasco
to
to
give that
come.
to me.
Okay, can will you give us the number and we'll be on the phone with your policy makers too?
You got me the corporate number?
So we're at a hotel right now, and they're discriminating against us and not allowing us into their hotel without a mask. This is straight up discrimination. I showed the man the 1964 civil rights law that says you may not discriminate against anyone based upon their religion. And it's against our religious belief to wear a mask. So this is fun. Welcome to Communist America. Enjoy it.
Thanks, Trump, for that, Bobby. I was angry for that.
Yeah, I know people that came from Cuba because they didn't like communism because of junk like this. So, yeah.
I'm Steven. Here.
Y me llamo Roberto. Gracias.
I'm right here.
So they're calling the cops. I guess we're going to have to talk to the police about this. And I'll be happy to never come back to this place again. Boycott them. Everybody on YouTube, boycott Hyatt Place for discriminating, okay? Just want you all to know that. Boycott them and stand up for your rights. The Civil Rights Act of 1964. Masks do not work, according to the box, according to doctors. We just, hold this for me, let me talk. I just got a phone call the other day from a man who at work passed out 3 times wearing a mask and literally died. The ambulance came and brought him back to life. And as soon as they brought him back to life, they said, now put your mask on. He said, I'm not putting my mask on, it killed me. And he said, give me oxygen. They wouldn't give him oxygen in the ambulance. And now we're getting hassles that we can't stay in a hotel without masks. This is the mask of the beast. It's 1 letter away from the mark of the beast. You can't buy or sell without their dictating.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I got your name. I appreciate your name.
Yes, sir, right
I hope you realize you're discriminating.
You gonna wait for Pasco?
I'm gonna wait. I want to talk to him. Will you follow the law?
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for trying to step on my rights. This is still America.
Have a great day, sir.
Constitution, United States of America. Yeah, you were. You didn't fight for this, though. You did not fight for this. This is not freedom. It's not freedom, buddy. This is idiocracy. This is stupidity. Refusing a person to come into their establishment because we don't wear a mask. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard of. We're renting a room from them. And they say you can't come in here without a mask. It's their policy. I showed them the 1964 law that you can't discriminate against people based upon their religious beliefs. So, I guess we'll go stay somewhere else. Hyatt Place, Tampa, Florida. If I was you, boycott them and never stay in this place again. They are anti-American, anti-constitutional. That man told me we have no rights, and he said we don't follow the law. That's the United States of America we live in. That's disgusting. All right, my wife's over there, and she is on the phone right now with the corporate. We asked for their phone number so we could call the corporate office and ask them why they want to discriminate against us. And they said, well, if you have a health problem, you don't have to wear a mask. But that's all we recognize. I said, okay. I would rather choose to use my religious exemption. And the 1964 Civil Rights Act, I guess I'll post that right here so you can read it, says you cannot discriminate against me for religious reasons. I believe, according to God and the Bible, I should not be muzzled. And that is a firm religious belief that I have. And so, because of my religious belief of not wearing a mask, these people, Hyatt Place, have said I cannot come in. We have a reservation. They even gave my wife the room key. We have the room key right now. And now they won't let us in the door. They said they called the cops. I cannot wait. I'm wanting to talk to the cops and see what they say. But we're going to try the corporate route first and see what corporate says. They put us on hold. And the lady said that we were joking, and she said, "You're making fun." She made my wife cry on the phone, and my wife was crying and saying, "No, this is not a joke, ma'am." We just want to have the freedom to buy and sell goods and services. All right, this is a service, not a good. An economy is goods and services. This is a hotel. They clean their rooms every time someone stays here. All right, so even if a person had COVID, the room's supposed to be clean enough for the next person. They say it's our hotel policy, but the law is the law. And the 1964 law of civil rights says you cannot discriminate against me. And this is straight up discrimination against our family. And it's time people stood up for the rights. And we are in the right here. You know, this isn't a thing of, well, no shirt, no shoes, no service. We got shoes on. I got a shirt on. But even that, somebody sent me an email about that says there's no law that says you can't go into a place without shoes on. In fact, there are laws that you can go in shoeless to certain places. So that's interesting. But yeah, we're not gonna cower down to this. If this means we sleep in the car tonight, we'll sleep in the car tonight. But I will not be forced to be muzzled, and it's not even a law. And it does not help. Masks do not help. I got a phone call the other day from a person who was a doctor, and he says, you know that wearing a mask is bad, and it makes a wet environment, and that wet environment makes bacteria, and it makes you more susceptible to bacterial infection. The other day we heard a story of someone who got a test. No, they take a swab and they stick it way up your nose. If they stick it up far enough, they break the membrane into your up here. And we heard a story of a guy who went to get a COVID test. They broke the swab up in his nose, inside, broke the membrane, broke it off, and the man died from just getting a test. He got a COVID test, and he didn't die from COVID, he died from the test because it broke the membrane and allowed the infection to go up into his brain and kill him. This is America. This is supposed to be the land of the free and the home of the brave. And you're not even free to stay in a hotel room unless they muzzle you. And they want you to get a test. And the test can kill you. Welcome to the New World Order. You're trying to enslave us. And all we want to do is be free. This is ridiculous. Still waiting on the phone to talk with the corporate. Talk to someone in charge and say, hey, why are you discriminating against us? What is this? What is this discrimination? It's unhealthy to wear a mask. Many doctors have come out and said that. I think it was in Sweden, was it? Or one of those countries over there. The doctors all came out in unison and said, no, masks don't help. Remember, a cloth mask does not protect you from a virus. A virus is so tiny it can go through it. Many people have said it's like trying to put up a chain link fence to keep out mosquitoes. That's what the equivalent is, that a virus is so tiny it can go through that. So this is fun. I don't enjoy confrontation. My favorite verse in the Bible is leave off contention before it be meddled with, okay? But the Bible says where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is liberty. And these people right here want to take away our liberty today. They want to take away our freedom. And they want to discriminate against us, against the Civil Rights Law of 1964, which states you're not to discriminate against people based upon their religion or color or this or that or the other thing. So, I can't wait to see how this turns out. Had enough yet? So, this is what's going on in America. There's no law, but they say, no, there's a law, you do this. You say, no, here's the law. They say, no, that's not the law. You say, no, it is the law. They say, we don't care. We are the law. See, what this is doing is making people lawless, but people are becoming their own law. And it reminds me in the Bible of the book of Judges. And in the book of Judges, it says, every man did that which was right in his own eyes. That's what people are doing. People don't know the law, and they're just doing what they think is right. And this is, what is this? I'll tell you what this is. This is anarchy. This is literally anarchy. And this is as close as you can get to the mark of the beast. No buying or selling unless you take the mark or the name or the number. You can't come in, you can't business with us without a mask. One letter difference between a mask and a mark. So here we go. We'll see what happens. I might as well say this while I'm here waiting. It's been about 5 minutes. And the reason I'm here is I can't wait to talk to a police officer to see what he says. And so far, he's not here. You have people all over America running around, anarchists, wanting to defund the police. Yeah. Well, unfortunately, you call the police. It takes a long time for them to get there, but at least you know they're coming. Imagine how horrible this would be if there was no police to talk to and ask about all this and deal with. So I can't wait to let you know what happens, but this is ridiculous. America, stand up. All it would take would be, what, a month of boycotts or something? And just say no. And businesses would be hurting enough, they'll be like, okay, come back. They'll be begging people to come back. But we've got to stand up as a people. We've got to stand up for our rights. Stand up for your rights. What was it that George Floyd said? I can't breathe. Okay, he says it, and the world says, oh, yay. I say it when I put on a mask, and it's, shut up, you dummy. No, I can't breathe either. And I don't believe in being muzzled. I'm going to speak up, and I'm going to speak out. Because this is ridiculous. COVID is like the flu. We are shutting down our economy over the flu. Have you seen this yet? You probably have, maybe you haven't. But the flu season is there's charts of the flu and how the flu plays out every year. Well, they've charted COVID and they charted the flu side by side, and they went like this, like an X. And the flu went down this year while COVID went up. Why is that? Because a lot of these people that died of the flu, they said they died of COVID. And so there have been a lot of false tests on COVID. Before we left the house, my wife and I were watching news, and it says this guy, congressman or something, had a test and it proved he was positive of COVID. Then he did it all over again, and it proved he was negative. You can't trust the tests of COVID. Then you have all these doctors writing down COVID. I believe it was the WHO or somebody that told doctors, if you just think that a person died of COVID, then write it down on the death certificate. We've talked to people that they always told people, you never write on the death certificate what you assume. You only write what you know 100% that a person died from. They're not even testing people and saying, but that person died of COVID. This whole thing is to get you enslaved to the New World Order. That's what this is about. And you need to wake up. When this happens to you, you'll wake up. I've been warning you. I've been warning you. I guess you guys want to talk to us. Come on over.
Yep. What's going on, man?
We have a reservation. We just want to go to our room.
Okay. And they're saying you guys need to have masks on, right?
That's what they're telling us. And I pulled out on my phone the 1964 Civil Rights Act, and I showed them you're not allowed to discriminate.
Step back.
That you're not allowed to discriminate against anybody based upon, and one of them is religious beliefs, and it's against our religious belief to wear a mask.
Okay. Well, I don't think they're discriminating against you.
Yes, they are. They're not letting us in, and they're telling us we have to leave.
All right.
He
That's
said
gonna be
this is.
listen, that's going to be a civil issue between you guys. They want you guys wearing masks. You need to have masks on. you guys wear masks, you need to have masks on. That's up to them.
That's up to them. So they are above the law, is what you're telling me.
They're not above the law, but
well, that's what I'm understanding.
Okay.
All right. My other question is this: they said if you have a health issue, wearing a mask, you can still come in. Okay. So if we went in and told them that we all have a health condition, we can't wear a mask, they would let us in. Is that correct? Would there be a problem with that?
It's going to be up to them. It's not up to me then.
Okay. So you basically are going to do nothing about this, and you asking us to leave? Is that what you're saying?
Here's the thing: the entire state has that mandate. So,
all right, my wife's on the phone with corporate right now, trying to get them to see if they'll change their policy.
They can do something.
So we're not doing anything wrong. I'm not trying to be belligerent. Okay, I just want to make sure there's no problems.
I'm not slapping you guys in handcuffs. You guys aren't going to jail for this.
So we've done nothing wrong, is what you're saying?
I'm not saying you guys did anything wrong, right?
Right. Okay, why did they?
I don't want you in here. I don't want you in here. That's the whole issue. That's the whole issue.
Okay.
You guys were in there causing a verbal. You guys are causing a disturbance. That's why they called us out here.
I see.
We're just here to keep the peace, make sure everybody's cool.
Well, that's what we're trying to do.
And they're okay with you guys going in there, so be it. You guys can
Sure.
go in there. But if they don't want you guys going in there for the mask thing, you guys can't go in there.
That's fine. But I just see that as discrimination based upon the law, and you're supposed to be the law. And I'm just curious why you don't see that.
And that's going to be something that you're going to have to take up with.
So basically, that's the courts to decide. Is that what you're saying?
Yep, that's not up to me, because I'm not going to be out here arresting every business for making people wear masks.
See, we know police too, and you basically do your job and then let the courts figure it out.
Yep.
But you see, we know our law.
Huh?
We know the law, so I mean, it's crazy that no one's enforcing the law right now. There's no law that says you have to wear a mask, is there?
There never was a law.
Exactly.
Right? There never was a law. There never was a law.
So this whole thing's nuts.
Never a criminal thing.
Okay. Can I just ask you real quick? Sure. Do you guys believe in Jesus? Do you believe in the Bible?
Nope, I do not.
You do not? You never heard of the mark of the beast in the Bible?
Nope.
That no man can buy or sell without the mark of the beast?
We're not going to have a religious debate here either.
Okay.
I'm not here for a philosophical debate. They want you to vacate the premises. They don't want you guys here because of the issue with the staff.
And that's fine. We're on right now on a phone call with the corporate. So we would like to stay until we're done with our phone call talking to this main company.
Leave the property, go sit in the next parking lot over. If you can work it with corporate and work it out, they'll call them and they'll let you guys come right back.
Okay.
But as of right
so
now,
you're asking
us,
you're escorting us away right now is what you're saying?
You were asking you to leave.
You're asking us to leave.
Yep.
Okay. I'll tell my wife and we'll be gone.
Okay.
But I just want to know, what I don't understand is how is this the United States of America? I mean, because this sounds like Nazi Germany.
Did he get your name and all that good stuff?
He doesn't need my name.
Not yet.
I'm an American citizen. That's all I need to tell you.
Okay.
Okay. All right. We'll be on our way.
You mind giving us your name or no?
I wouldn't mind.
You wouldn't mind?
I'll leave. I don't mind leaving.
At least we tried.
We left.
Okay. Well, we tried too. We just want a room for the night.
That's fine. I understand.
Let me ask you this. Do you know any hotel where we can go right now?
Without masks?
So-
no.
so
That's
right
crazy.
now-
So we have to drive 8 hours home, basically, is what you're telling me.
So
I'm not telling
right
you
now,
to do that.
it's a mask ordinance, so the business will get fined if they don't enforce that. So that's why.
By whom? Who is the finer?
So that's going to be the sheriff's office. So
The
if we
sheriff
go in-
office fines.
Yes.
I'm not telling
Right
you
now,
to do that.
it's a mask ordinance, so the business will get fined if they don't enforce that. So that's why.
By whom? Who is the finer?
So that's going to be the sheriff's office. So
The
if we
sheriff
go in-
office fines.
Code
Yes.
enforcement.
So if we go in and they're found out of ordinance, so if they're not wearing masks, they're not enforcing us. Same thing with restaurants, any business.
Okay, so America is a police state now, is basically what you're telling me.
So if you have an issue
Okay.
with the mask ordinance, then you need to get with your senators. Okay.
And
we represent.
has anyone tried to fight this in court, or can you fight it in court? If they slap a fine, don't they give you a court date?
It is a public health thing. So,
So
yeah,
it's
if
the-
you
it's
get
the WHO.
fined and you obviously have a day to go in court.
You do have a day to go to court, okay? Because the WHO is behind this and the CDC.
You guys
So
don't have a citation right now, right?
no, sir,
So why are we arguing about it?
we're not. I was just asking questions, trying to be informed.
I know.
I wanted to
I'm
know.
trying to be nice, man.
I'm trying to,
keep the peace
too.
here. We're not trying to give you guys
It's
a hard
just-
time. I'm not here.
I've got
like I
kids,
said.
and we want to go to sleep. We're
I
tired.
get that. I get that.
Okay?
That
If
is
we
not
drove
a private business.
down the road to a smaller town, would we have this problem?
I have no idea.
Different county? Is the county the one that's...
It's basically the whole state. I can tell
So,
you that. It's probably
not Pensacola, where we're from. Nobody wears a mask. So,
around here, all
all
that
right.
stuff is.
I'll tell my wife we're gone now. But I thank you, and this will be on YouTube.
That's fine.
Okay? I want you to know.
You got cameras too.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Have a good rest of your day. Okay?
You too. Come on, honey.
And I don't, and to cover my face, we need to cover the face that God gave me. And you guys are telling me that I can't breathe.
Come on, get in the car, honey.
I'm not allowed to breathe without being illegal.
Okay, jump in the car and we'll talk to him.
That's right.
My wife just said, you are literally kicking me out of your establishment for breathing. That is my only crime, breathing. Because I'm breathing, you're discriminating against me.
Well, I'll be making a PR statement of my own then. I hope you understand.
And this is going on YouTube also. We're officially boycotting all Hyatts.
I've been a loyal customer of Hyatt for years. For years. I can't believe you guys are doing this to me. I'm so disappointed. And I'm telling you because you're the spokesperson for Hyatt right now. And you're saying this is it, final answer.
Okay, so we have no place to stay tonight, and I want you to see right back there are the police, the two policemen. Maybe you can see over my shoulder right there. The two policemen that we talked to, he recommended that we come over here and that we sit in the parking lot and talk to corporate, and we've done that. And corporate laughed at us twice. Twice they laughed at us and made fun of us and told us we don't care. We don't care about you. Boy, yeah, you're really gonna get more of our business. But the more I think about it, the more it bothered me because I basically asked, why can't we come into your establishment without a mask? And the answer was, because we'll be fined if you do. And I asked, who fines you? And the policeman over there told me that the person that fines them is the sheriff's department. So the sheriff's department is to blame. I'm not in favor of defund the police. I'm not. But you know what? I can understand why people are. If the sheriff's department is to blame, the sheriff's department is destroying business and destroying customer relationships. For many years, we've had a relationship with Hyatt, staying with them, usually using our points and everything. But yeah, this whole thing is to destroy the economy, Cloward and Piven, and most people don't see it. And that's what bothers me. And I asked a policeman, I said, who is it that fines them? And they said the sheriff's department. I said, well, if you get fined, can you fight it in court? And the guy, he kind of beat around the bush, and then he finally says, yeah, there's a court date that you can go to. Is this what we need to do? Do we need to get arrested and go to court to fight this? I have the civil rights law of 1964, and the law says you cannot discriminate against me based upon my religion. It is my religious belief that I have the right to breathe without obstruction. How's that evil? Like my wife said, they literally called the cops on us for believing we had a right to breathe. That's the country we are in now. That's America. To have the audacity to think you have a right to walk around and breathe air without an obstruction, you're an evil person and someone needs to call the cops on you. And rather than the cops standing up for my rights, guess what? I'm the bad guy. So now we've got to find a place to sleep tonight. I wonder if we will. 8 hours back home? Maybe, maybe not. But this needs to change. People need to stand up, and we need to fix this. Governor needs to make it clear you don't have to wear. President Trump, please watch this and declare a national mandate that no one has to be forced against their religious belief to wear a mask. What's next? The Muslims forcing women to wear hijabs? Hey, that's what they do. And everyone says, well, that's totalitarian. Well, I thought you were A feminist. I thought you were in favor of women. Isn't that oppressive, forcing women to cover their faces? Hello. About time this thing got fixed. Okay? That's all I'm saying. In a world where you can be anything, be yourself. Yeah, that's all I want to do. Today's menu choices, take it or leave it. You mean I get a choice? Oh, choice. Dream. Okay, so we're at a gas station now. And this whole trip, every time we go to a gas station, no masks. No enforcing of masks at gas stations or restaurants, anywhere. But at a hotel. Figure that out. That doesn't make sense. But I just thought that was kind of fitting to see this on the wall. In a world where you can be anything, be yourself. Well, I can't be myself if I'm forced to wear a mask. That's just not me. So, I'm gonna be myself.